Hey everybody! Welcome to another week of Drabble Club. I'm getting all my stuff set up. Tanya was supposed to be here, but she has been feeling under the weather. She was hoping she would feel better. Alas, not well enough to stream with me. That's okay. We will definitely be doing it again in the future. Let's see. Hi Nina. Hi Miley. Oh, baby is napping. That's exciting. That means writing time. I am pulling up all of my stuff. Let's see, where is my thing? No, I'm in the wrong folder. Here we go. And pull up the word counter. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, good. Tanya's here. I'm glad you're well enough to come hang out, but you should be resting. Oh my gosh. Oh no, the baby woke up. I also have a little monster that I have to deal with. He is scratching at the door, begging to come in. Little monster. Yeah, the baby felt that you wanted to be productive. That's just like you. Not allowed to do anything fun. Oh, the short story is brewing. I am excited. Yeah. This is my little nuisance. This is Gambit. Oh, yes. Tanya's right. If there are any tidbits, that would be so cool. I need to switch this to live chat so it doesn't hide anything on there. Was this enough attention for you? Now go away. Yes, he's my little grandpa face. Yes, I love you. You're the worst. Okay. At some point, you're going to let me do anything. Right? Right? No. He is watching my hands. And he is going to bite me if I let him get too close. You're so mean. Turn that direction. Okay, let's see. Will you stop? See, Tanya says, I'm not doing a thing today, only lying in bed and watching silly stuff. That sounds perfect. Yeah. This. You are a nuisance. Mwah. Yeah. Yes, Kitty also heard that. Yeah. I swear, they know as soon as I start filming, at least one of them is like, no, let me in. You're talking to somebody. Who is it? What's going on? It also helps that it is 1 o'clock and they get lunch at 2, so they are simultaneously begging for attention and food. And you're biting. Go away. He'll fill in for you now until lunchtime happens. Oh my god, Nina, you get it. They know as soon as you're like talking to somebody, they are there begging for attention, is demanding, yes. Hi Alex, welcome. We're just being chill right now. I am probably going to be pretty relaxed today. Oh, I haven't even thought about drabble stuff. Stop biting me. You'll murder this cat. And he's doing it off screen. Like, he doesn't even have the decency to do it where other people can see it. Hi, Diane. Welcome. I'm just getting terrorized right now. Let's see. This week's prompts. I have not thought about drabbles in forever, it feels like. Oh, it sounds really quiet. I do not know how to adjust that aside from maybe talking louder. I don't know. I'll just try to talk louder. Okay. You need to stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my god. Miley. Yes, it's so cute. I love this vest. It's all denim. It is vintage. So like here's how bright the red is on the side that's not super faded. But no, I love this vest. It's so cute. Um sorry, I got really excited there. Okay. Yes. I also need a chill day, Alex. That sounds really nice. Okay. Let's see. Today's prompts are something. I put them in here already. A hidden mirror and tongue tied. Oh, what the hell am I gonna do with that? I have no idea. Okay, looks like most people are saying the sound is okay, so that's good. That because oh my god, cat, you're back. We're actually on the lap. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. I have that problem with my kids all the time. There's they have no problem having their volume as loud as possible, and I cannot hear over what they're doing. Okay, the biting needs to stop. Okay, let's see. How are you, Gambit? Yeah, this is my co-host apparently. My co-host is sharp and violent. He's so soft though. You're right, Nina. The biting will never stop. He has done it. We got him when he was like 3 months old, maybe, and he would just bite constantly. He has toned it down as an adult cat. But I don't know. I think he has like sensory issues too. So he gets annoyed really quickly if you like he's very picky about where you pet him. Yeah. Yeah. There. Show the world your violence. It rarely hurts, to be fair. Okay, Alex says, work has taken over my life, so this is a nice chance for me to focus on fun and writing and let my brain focus on something else for the first time since Wednesday. That's good. I hope it helps. You're also getting cat fur everywhere. Okay. Well, I'm ready to do a sprint whenever you guys are. He is a nibbler. Oh my god. We should have named you Nibbler. I don't think I had watched Futurama when we got you. Not all of it. You're a nuisance. Oh my gosh. Nina says, my mom's cat screams like she is being murdered when we dare to stop petting her, and then the dog rushes in to save her. Oh my gosh. That's amazing, though. Oh, okay, good. Diane got the sound figured out, FaceTime. Yeah, sometimes the settings are. They overwrite each other. Okay, baby is back asleep. Yeah, let's do a sprint while Miley still can. Alright, let's see. Switch to the thing in here. This one. Alright, let's do a 30-minute sprint. Put the prompts back up. A hidden mirror and tongue-tied. I have not thought about this at all. I don't even know where to begin. I have nothing. Which I usually come in with like a hint of an idea, at least vibes. Usually just vibes. But I have no idea for this. Oh, Allie's here. Welcome. Oh my god, stop biting me. Hi. Oh my gosh. Yes. How are you doing, Allie? How is everything? Oh, and yes, thank you, Diane. I love this vest. I'm very happy with it. Okay. Okay. Allie says, I'm here to try to write while the baby is napping. We're all good. Trying to find the new normal. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. That's a new baby is always a huge adjustment. All right, well, we've got 2 napping babies. Let's do a sprint. I have the prompts up here, and let's get started. Oh my gosh. Allie says this will be the first time I'm writing in a month. That's awesome. Like, that makes me happy. Hopefully you're able to get at least a little bit done. Okay, I'm going to start this timer. I will see y'all in 30 minutes. How'd it go, everybody? Let's see. Leia popped in. Hello. Da, da, da. And Allie says, I totally walked a good mile on the treadmill instead of writing, but I promise I will in the next sprint. Exercise is important too. That's really important. Especially when you're still, to an extent, in recovery. I have this down to 108 words. I'm not sure. Like, this was probably about 200 words, and I have cut it down quite a bit. I saved a copy of the longer version because I think to an extent I like some of that better. But this is also an editing exercise, so I'm not sure where to cut 8 more words though. I've already cut a lot. Let's see. No, don't hide that. Miley says, draft is started, kind of. This might end up being a long short story. That sounds normal. That's fine. I don't see anything wrong with this. I enjoy the drabbles purely because I'm so bad at writing short. This is definitely not its own thing that I just wrote. It is part of my March short story. So that's especially why I saved the longer version, because that's probably the version that will wind up being in the short story itself. How do I cut 8 more words without cutting too much meaning? Okay, Alex says, I made really good progress on the drabble and have a super fun idea. It's going to take a lot of work, though. For once, I'm struggling to meet the word limit rather than cut down to it. Yeah, that's funny. I think I've only had that issue once or twice where I had to, like, flush things out. That's exciting, though. I'm really excited to see what you do. I could cut out 2 words there, but I'm worried it would lose meaning. I know when I'm really struggling to cut stuff, I tend to cut a lot of, like, article adjectives, but it still has to make sense. Or add in contractions to combine words. Like, technically, I could cut out the there. But I am talking about a specific thing, so I'm not sure that works. Let's see, Nina's not gotten any writing done yet. That's okay. There's more time. There's lots of time. Miley says, I'm so soft about the characters I made for this. Someone take non-traditional families away from me. No, never! Found family in general is one of the best tropes for a reason. It is something we can all relate to in one way or another. And non-traditional families can mean a lot. It's a very important thing for a lot of people to have that representation, and it's just a lot of fun. I refuse to take it away. I can't. He is here. Okay, Nina says, I had to get some chores done, but I'm determined to write the drabble today. Yes. Chores are really important, unfortunately. You do have to do those. I neglected cleaning my house like all of February because my brain was so focused on drabbles, I couldn't think about much else. Cat, how do I trim this? I've cut out so much. That's necessary. That I need that whole line. I could trim it. I tried trimming it. It didn't work. I might just have to live with not getting this down to 100 words. I could cut out that. That's 5 words. Now I just need to cut 3 more, right? 3 more? Yes. I guess I could technically cut out that, but I don't think it would sound as good. Ooh, okay. Miley says something about an inheritance passing down to someone not blood related. Yes. Oh, that's such a fun plot point. I am very intrigued. I can't wait to read it. Mm, 3 words. No, that wouldn't work as well. Ah. I could technically make that a contraction, but I don't think it would sound good. Yes, editing down the drabbles is the worst sometimes. I do think I will prefer this one in its longer version, but I want to do this purely for the sake of the exercise. I mean, I guess I could cut out a couple of these because that's just things in a list. It doesn't really need it, but I need at least 3 things, and it was 5. So if I cut out those 2, then I only need to cut 1 more word. Sometimes cutting 1 word is the hardest, though. Like, so many of the things I could cut, they would lose meaning, they would lose emphasis. Mm, 1 word, guys. How do I do this? Oh, I was working on some creative nonfiction earlier. That's exciting. Miley says, I think I'm working with too much to keep this a short story. Might have to pare down the premise or change the structure. Yeah, that's won't make the mistake again of thinking letters will shorten it. They will not. Absolutely not. That's really hard. Like, sometimes it's really hard to know like how long something actually will be. Too many of my short story ideas, or ideas that they start out as short stories and then you start to flesh it out and realize, no, this is a whole novel or novella at the least. It's painful. Okay, Leia says, the theme is about future, and I was thinking of enjoying the present and the future as a reformed depressive person. Oh, that's really interesting. I'm curious. I want to know more. Oh, are you leaving me, cat? It is almost 2. Is it? Yeah. Do you want to say goodbye? I'll banish you from the room. Say goodbye. Meow. No, no reaction. Ah, you'll have lunch. Okay. Haha, he has been banished. Yeah, this is giving novella right now. That's fine. It's yeah, it really is one of those things where you either have to pare it down to make it actually a short story or you just give in and write a novella instead. Oh my gosh. If I can cut out one more word, then I can read this, you guys. Oh. Surely there's a way I could shorten this phrase, but I don't know what. I I guess I could take out the your. It doesn't. It's a little less clear, but it is 100 words. Yes, Kitty is going to go eat lunch, and I get to like shake off all the cat fur. Okay, Leah says we're supposed to write something positive about the future, and I'm starting about my personal struggle with depression. I mean, I feel like you can approach depression and even suicide from a position where like it ends hopefully. It's tough, but you can definitely do it. I believe in you. Okay. Let's read this. It's 100 words. I don't feel like it's very good. I liked the longer version better, but that's why I kept it. Yes, I agree, Miley. Hope is more potent when it has seen darkness. That is beautifully put and absolutely true. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this, I guess. No, I can't. I'm going to drink some. It can't have the boba. Okay. You have an office job now. You enjoy the mundanity, copying, stapling, filing, menial tasks assigned by someone who never checks performance. You're least like yourself here, least like the 15-year-old who defeated a tentacled eldritch beast beneath the city. You prefer it that way. In the bathroom, you line the mirror with sopping paper towels to hide your lifeless adult eyes. When your boss asks, you're momentarily tongue-tied. Afterward, denial comes easily. At home, you are yourself again. You analyze your reflection to match your memories of what once was with who you are now and who you aren't. Um, it's it's fine. It lost a lot of the punch in the editing though. So I'm sad about that, but I have the longer version and it will be in the short story, so it's fine. Oh my gosh. I could share the longer one. Right, I could. I do like that one more. This one is 160 words. Okay. You have an office job now, something to occupy you throughout the day. You do mediocre work in a mediocre job with mediocre people. You enjoy the mundanity of it all printing, copying, stapling, filing, organizing. You perform menial tasks assigned to you by someone who rarely checks your performance, and you relish that. You feel least like yourself here, least like the 15-year-old who once upon a time destroyed a tentacled eldritch beast beneath the city. You prefer it that way. In the work bathroom, you line the mirror with sopping paper towels so you can't meet your lifeless adult eyes. And when your boss stops by your cubicle to ask if you know anything, you're momentarily tongue-tied. Afterward, the denial comes easily. At home, you start to feel like yourself again. You allow yourself a glimpse of your own reflection to match the memories of once. Bleh, this part makes me tongue-tied, apparently. To match the memories of what once was with who you are now and who you aren't. I think there are a couple things that I would move. A couple things that I cut that I would still cut from this, but most of it, I like the longer version better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes, Eldritch entities mentioned. This is yet again for my the superheroes that have PTSD as adults. So yeah, this is one of my like 5 people that I'm writing about that are traumatized. This is the same person from the purple eyeliner prompt. So this is like who she is during the daytime, and then at night she likes to re-traumatize herself. Anyway, speaking of, depressive behavior. But yeah, I want to tweak a couple things. There are a couple edits that I made that I did like more. Like, I liked cutting out the in that sentence. And there was maybe one other thing, but for the most part, the longer version is definitely better. Oh, okay, somewhere back here. This one. Miley asked, "What's my favorite boba spot?" It is Society. This is the best. I have a regular appointment just like 2 blocks away from the one on Sunshine. So after my appointment, I get boba because that's how it works. This is my routine now. And Society is the best. They actually hand make their boba, and that's important. I think it's the only place in town that actually does. Yeah, you are absolutely right, Alex. Like the amount of PTSD that anyone in who's out there like saving lives, especially in some sort of like superhero or like fantasy-esque setting where the stakes are so much higher, the PTSD is so real. And we don't talk about that. We just like, oh, there's a happy ending. Yeah. Yes, at night she likes to re-traumatize herself. Unfortunately the vibe for a lot of these characters. Yes. Okay. Yes, they're adjustable sweetness. I have a sugar addiction, so this is 125% sweetness, which is like just a tiny bit sweeter than normal, but not too sweet. But this is, it always looks so much prettier before you stir it. This is their matcha brown sugar. But yeah, their boba's the best. I love them. Yeah, I think let me add this into the short story. I have like 900 words on this now. My goal is to have it around like 2,500. I have like the 5 characters who are live. One is the person in the Moab drabble who keeps putting herself in dangerous situations and almost getting herself and other people killed. And then the second person is this person. And then the third person I am using the sharp talons for, that's relating to that person. I have not written anything more than like 2 sentences with them yet. And then person number 4 is the coffee shop one. And I haven't figured out who the 5th person is, and then the 6th person is the one who's dead. So that is my my disaster of a short story right now. It is such a mess because it's getting written in drabbles. I'm enjoying it a lot though. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love when we deal head on with the impacts of plot on characters. That's like characters reacting, like experiencing the things is why we enjoy the stories. I really like to put the hard emphasis on that. Yes. Okay. I have watched Umbrella Academy. Yes, this is like similar vibes, but the main like distinction, I'm not sure how superhero this is actually going to be. That just feels like the best shorthand to describe what I mean at this point. But yeah, that's more about the trauma of the dad. Gave them all PTSD. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed Umbrella Academy. I don't know. I had some mixed feelings about the ending, but that feels normal. That was very, very comic book feeling, the whole thing, which is not really the vibe I'm going for, but there are a lot of similarities. I think the main distinction is like in Umbrella Academy, these awful things are still ongoing. Like they are every season there's some new like horrible disaster that they have to deal with, and it's insane. I really want this to focus on the horror of no longer having that, and how even though like having it one disaster after another would be awful, like it is awful, that is what created much of the trauma, but I really want the focus of this to be on like their failure to adjust to a normal world, to them not being able to adjust and like hurting themselves because they're failing to fit into a regular world. Yeah. Yes, the last season was super weird. I didn't really care for it. I haven't read the source material. Um, oh, that is a good point, Miley. Scared about how they would handle Elliot's transition. I feel like they handled it pretty well, but I don't know. Yes, exactly. A bit like soldiers after the war. Yeah. So I also think a lot when I'm working on this about the Lord of the Rings, because that was something like Tolkien specifically wrote those stories based on his experiences in the war and the PTSD that he and his fellow brothers dealt with throughout that. And you can see that in Frodo. You can see that the way all of the characters by the end are very traumatized, and Tolkien handled it very well because he knew from experience. So I think about that a lot while I'm working on this too. But yes, Umbrella Academy definitely comes up. Uh, Thanks for hanging out, Alex. Okay. And yes, Elliot Page's character does also transition. It happens. I'm trying to remember. It's been a few years since I watched it. Um, yeah, they did not force him to keep playing a female character. They just rolled with it and went, okay, I guess you're transitioning too. And I don't know, I feel like it worked pretty well, but I do not have this experience, so I I cannot speak from any point of authority. That's the term I'm looking for. Let's see. Da 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 da. There was probably something. I know there was something else. If I scroll up. Oh, it was this comment from Miley. My short story is also a mess right now, so no worries. We shall figure it out. Once I figure out the central through line, I'll be on better footing. That's yep. We gotta work through everything. Yes, Leia. That is kind of how it worked, isn't it? Yeah. I do appreciate like how okay everyone was with it right away. They were just like, that's different. Okay, cool. And yeah, they did not make a big point about it, which I was glad for that because I don't know, if they put a lot of emphasis on it, it feels performative, and it didn't feel performative. It just felt like they were doing the right thing, but I don't know. Uh, Baby is awake. Bye, Miley. Okay. Well, do you guys want to do another sprint? I we just talked for a bit. I don't even know how long. I don't know what time the sprint ended. um, I am finally working on revisions for my book. So that is where my brain has been. That's why I had not thought of, like, I hadn't even considered anything connected to Drabbles since last week. Because I have been so zeroed in on revisions that I haven't been able to think about anything else. Because that's the only way I can get my brain to work on anything. Everything else must be completely forgotten. No. Hmm. Okay. Oh, why do I have like 10 tabs, unnecessary tabs open? Okay. I Yeah, let's do another sprint. And I am going to share this drabble in the Discord server and then get started on some revisions. So I will see you guys in 30 minutes. Good luck. Welcome back. I got in 360 words. That's not bad considering that was only in like the last 14 minutes. No, let's switch back to this. I am working on revising chapter 14, but where I'm at in this draft, a lot of these scenes, a lot of these chapters will be brand new. So it is a lot of new writing, a lot of figuring out what exactly is happening. I have pretty detailed outlines, but it's still a lot of new writing when much of the first quarter of this revision has been like, oh, let me change a couple paragraphs here and there. This is a very serious scene. It took me a little bit to like get into it. I adjusting from working on the drabble and that short story to working on this is difficult, but it's a lot easier than it was in February because I am so engrossed in this. I was not at the start of February, and the thought of starting working on revisions while I'm already so preoccupied with daily drabbles was a little bit overwhelming. But since I'm primarily working on the revisions, and then it's a lot easier to get sidetracked for half an hour to work on a drabble. That's going a lot better this month than last month. Hey, Tanya. I'm just talking about my revisions because that's what I've been working on for this sprint. I wrote 360 words of a mostly new scene. It's there was a little bit that was taken from the previous draft, but most of this is new. There's a lot of that happening. I've been making good progress on these revisions though, but I know it's going to slow down because a lot of the upcoming chapters are all new content or content where I'm not just changing a few things, but I am like rewriting the same things happening but in a different location or something like that. Or there's another character here, so I have to add in all of that stuff. Oh, revisions are time consuming. But wait, no, go back to my thing. Here we are. Three, 1, 4, 1. Nope. Is my numlock not on? It is on. 3, 1, 4, 1, 7. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh, Leia started reading a craft book. Which one? I love craft books. Right? I agree, Diane. uh, I I feel like I haven't read a writing craft book in a while, but that could just be I've been reading too much other stuff. What have I read this year? Hmm. Anatomy of Story. Oh, I have that on my TBR. I have it sitting on my bedside table so that theoretically I will read it soon. That has not happened. The last craft book I read was Writing the Intimate Character in November. That was a while ago now, and it was fine. I don't know the last time there was a a craft book that really felt like it gave me a whole lot. It's been a while since that's happened, but I have pretty high hopes for Anatomy of Story. Okay, let's see. This man, that scene is going to be very heavy. I have water too. I should drink water. Water is good for me. Hmm. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm getting tired and distracted. Um, I think I have done my drabble, and I would like to properly dedicate some brain power to working on revisions before I'm done with my work time. So I think I'm going to call the stream here. Ooh, that's an interesting question, Tanya. Can you have any craft in your head while drafting? I used to love reading them, but lately craft tips have felt way too clinical for me. Probably changes in revision. Um, I do think that is a lot of why what I said earlier, like craft books, it's been a while since one has legitimately been helpful. And I think the issue is most craft books are either designed to give like tips for beginners, and I have not been a beginner in a long time. Um, or they are very clinical. which is not how I approach my writing at all. They're definitely like, I find story structure stuff a lot more interesting because there are so many different ways. There is no right way to do it. There are lots of different options. So I find that a lot more fascinating. And like, I think the last craft book that really stood out to me wasn't even really a craft book. It was just Bird by Bird. It was a memoir. So, and that stood out to me because of how messy it was and how messy her brain is. And like, I don't want to, you know, give an analysis of someone I don't know, and I'm not a doctor, but that woman is some kind of neurodivergent, and it shows just in the way that her brain works and the way she approaches everything. I also really appreciated that she did not hide how much anxiety she had throughout the process of writing. So I really appreciate that, but I didn't, get a whole lot of like that's not a like writing tips kind of book. Yes, Messy Brain is immediately an endorsement. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Highly recommend it. But and there are some writing tips like Stephen King's memoir also has some writing tips, but they're mostly just about their process and their life as a writer, which like at this point in my writing life I find a lot more interesting. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Diane. Get some rest. Napping sounds nice. Realistically, that is not what I'm going to do when I'm done here though. No, I have to bully my husband into watching more One Piece with me. Because if we weren't watching it together, I would be done with season 2 already. But I have to wait for him. I don't know. I have like an enormous section of craft books I still need to read though. So maybe some of those will have some really good information in them. Okay. I am going to head out and work more on revisions. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. My next stream will be next Tuesday. Um, and what time will it be? That's a good question. That requires me to remember. Not at this time, like 2 hours earlier than this one was, because I don't have an appointment that day. Yes, the live action. Yeah, I am all caught up on the anime, and I am currently reading the manga, and yeah, we are like 5 episodes into the live action right now, and I want to finish it already, but he's been busy, so I have to wait. Okay, thanks, guys.